These are the most shocking scenes in Heartland, from Jack literally leaving Ty behind at the crossroads in Season 4 to T. Borden's sudden death in Season 14. It's been on television beginning around 2007, but then it's one of Canada's most persevering through prearranged network programs. Fans have received a lot of heartbreak, beautiful proposals, and unexpected turns as a result. I can't imagine a turn better compared to the Season 4 debut, Keep Me in Your Heart. You know a show is doing something right if it can keep you guessing after 14 long seasons. However, fans were in for a major outburst this time. Ty received a gunshot wound in the Season 13 finale, but he quickly recovered. It didn't feel like nothing to joke about then, at that point, so the fans weren't excessively stressed. But the first episode of Season 14 changed everything. Fans were shocked and upset when Ty suddenly collapsed and died. He turned out to have a blood clot as a result of some problems with his gunshot wound. Nobody anticipated that it should turn out along these lines. Why would Heartland kill off a character who has been a fan favorite since the first season? Furthermore, how could they make it happen so startlingly? In any case, Amber Marshall, who portrays Amy, asserted that his passing is significant due to its resemblance to real-life circumstances. He has objectives, and he and Amy were happily married. However, nothing in life ever goes according to plan, does it? As a result, this helped keep the show honest and grounded. However, Worrell wanted to lead the show, so there was really no other option for dealing with the character. In fact, he desired to leave for a considerable amount of time, 2 years to be exact. The plots of Heartland are written far in advance so that the showrunners can flesh out the characters, ensure that the plot develops naturally, and also provide foreshadowing for unexpected turns and surprises. Therefore, Worrell informed him that it was time for him to move on 2 years before Season 14 aired. He was constantly switching between a number of his own projects that he had lined up. Additionally, Amber was aware of this, of course. She claimed that he discussed his decision to leave her openly. They needed to honor the character in a very meaningful way as the next step. Since Worrell had been playing the role for 13 years, it was nearly impossible to tell the actor from the character. As a result, they decided to kill him by shooting him, just like every TV show has done since the beginning. Hey, if it works, why wouldn't it? However, the fans were heartbroken beyond words. One person stated that they cried a lot when it happened and that he never thought the show would pull something like that. Another fan claimed that Ty's death was the final straw for them, and that they lost interest and stopped watching the show after it killed them off. However, the showrunners were prepared to take that risk because Worrell would not have agreed to stay on for more than a few seasons. However, he isn't the only one who moved on from Heartland to work on other projects. Do you remember Jessica Emily's performance as Mallory Wells? She started the show when she was 13 years old, and the viewers got to see her develop into a self-assured and talented young actor. She wanted to move on, however, just like Worrell did. In the show, Mallory falls in love with Jake Anderson and decides she wants to leave their small town. As a result, she and Jake move to Paris, where they find happiness. Instead of having a character disappear from the screen or die from a blood clot, this is a straightforward and sweet way to write them off. Additionally, many fans were pleased by this. You can see that they weren't happy with Mallory by reading one of the dozen Reddit threads about her. She was a source of annoyance, selfishness, and arrogance for the fans, and they detested the way she bullied Georgie. She is, of course, a child and children can be like that. However, a user noted that that was not the issue. It's how she was composed that made her excruciating. Regardless, none of the remarks made about Jessica's character had any effect on her decision. After playing the same character for 7 seasons, she stated that she wanted to broaden her horizons. She requested to be meaningfully written out of the show because she needed more challenges, equivalent to Ty. In any case, actors can join or leave a show, but there are certain moments that stay with you forever, like the one in episode 2 of Season 11. It was a flashback to Georgie's past, and no one anticipated how badly things would turn out. She lived in a foster home prior to coming to Heartland, as everyone is aware. When she was very young, a drunk driver killed both of their parents, and that was all we needed to understand and like her. However, Episode 2 piqued her interest and required her to confront the drunk driver for his actions over the years. Let's start at the beginning because there was a lot of drama there. Georgie tells Jade that she has located the person who killed her parents and plans to visit him so that she can see him in person. Yes, in hindsight, I believe that was a poor decision. However, she still goes to see him, and Jade goes with her because she won't let her best friend do something that could be risky on her own. It should be an easygoing visit where Georgie sees the man with her own two eyes and stands up to him for his activities. That is the very thing the fans were expecting, yet the whole circumstance went sideways and she and Jade needed to make a run for it. She also caused damage to the man's property as she fled. The worst part is that she did not even inform him of her identity or the things he did to her parents. As a result, he could now file a formal complaint against her as a result of this. The following morning, a deputy informed him of the situation by knocking on the door of the Bartlow Ranch. Furthermore, that is when George at long last come clean with everybody about who the man Charles Thackeray truly is. It was a truly shocking turn of events. A positive development for fans because no one anticipated Georgie doing this. Another person disagreed and stated that it is entirely understandable for someone in her position to react the way she did, while another person stated that this was the dumbest action she could have taken given the circumstances. But after all of this, there was a really nice moment when Jack called Peter and he flew out to help her deal with everything. He even went to Thackeray to talk to him, telling him exactly who she is and telling him to drop the complaint against her. Peter, a good guy. There are a lot of other healthy minutes in each of the 16 times of Heartland, yet all at once there's one that is likewise surprising and absolutely unforeseen. Also, when Caleb kissed Lewis in Season 6, that happened. People had been casually flirting for a long time, so I'm sure they knew it was coming. That kiss changed everything in their relationship, which has seen many highs and lows. Because everyone knew that something had changed, it was so shocking. But not in the way you might expect, this decision caused some fan disagreement. There were numerous reasons why many of them thought Lewis shouldn't marry Caleb. Some individuals stated that they preferred to ship Lewis with Peter and Caleb with Ashley and that their chemistry was incompatible. However, a lot of people appreciated that Caleb had finally addressed the issue at hand and provided Lewis with something to consider while he was traveling. But there are enough enjoyable moments for a single video. Let's get started on something more important. The road trip that Jack and Ty took in Season 4 is the one scene that fans keep coming back to. It doesn't have the shock esteem that his demise had in Season 14, however, the stunning develops and leaves you with your jaw on the floor. By the 4th season, fans were aware that Jack truly cared about Ty and wanted to see him succeed. After that, however, he discovered that Ty had been tardy to class and had failed to assist Scott. Therefore, rather than criticizing him, he declares that they are going on a road trip. Additionally, Jack makes Ty an offer that could alter his life when they arrive at a literal fork in the road where one road leads back to the ranch and the other to the highway. He informs him that he has two options: take the highway, continue on with his life, or return to do what he was meant to do. From that point forward, Jack essentially drove off and let Ty be to ponder his choice. At a literal crossroads, it is a very significant moment that alters the course of his life forever. Fans adore it precisely for this reason. The most shocking events from Heartland were therefore the crossroads where Jack left Ty behind in Season 4 and Ty Borden's sudden death in Season